Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Blast Off with Light. And things are looking a little different around here. So you might have noticed that I took a couple of days off from recording and posting videos, and, well, that was mostly because I've got myself a new rig. This new rig is capable of running with shaders. Now, I don't plan on keeping these permanently. They are quite interesting and relatively widely debated whether or not they're actually worth it. And yeah, it's certainly a debate worth having. I don't plan on being part of that debate. There are certain times where they're probably good, a lot of times where they're probably bad. In this particular case, it's nice to see how they work with this mod pack, and I'll show you around my area and show you what works, what doesn't. This part looks amazing. No direct sunlight, no moonlight. It's just illuminated by the glowstone, and it's fairly ordinary blocks. Nothing too weird going on. You get a little tearing on the Enderman, but only a minor issue. So let's head upstairs, see how things look up there. So I am on a different machine. It's got different settings, so I might have to fiddle with the video settings, the audio settings, pretty much all the settings. It's a new program, it's a new operating system, everything is new about this machine. So it'll take a bit of fine-tuning to get it to be what it should be. And you'll have to bear with me through that process. I'll do as much as I can, as fast as I can, but these things take time. But as you can see, at night, the shaders are fairly lovely on a lot of different things. Now, the wobbly plants are a little nausea-inducing. I know it's supposed to make it feel like there's a breeze blowing, but jeez. The building looks nice. Inside the building looks pretty awesome. Over here, it looks pretty decent too. The chests sometimes have issues. The living rock looks great. This stuff, pretty darn spiffy. Again, the chest, The sun, with all its god rays and whatnot, I mean, just, come on, that's just too awesome. I mean, let me just walk over, get some of this through the trees. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. However, when I look over here, this is a nightmare. So many somewhat reflective things doing somewhat reflective things in an insane way. So yeah, this is the primary reason why I will not be using these long term. They look really nice for the scenery. They look really nice for some of the more basic blocks. If you've got a build that is supposed to look nice, it will likely make it look even nicer. I mean, just look at that entrance to the roguelike dungeon in this light. Let me see if I can remember what I set zoom to. Look at that. That looks remarkable. And it's just snow and quartz. And a little bit of shaders. I love it. And this particular shader is Mr. Meep's Seuss, which it's based off of. Does high contrast sorts of things and usually looks really quite nice. These at night just become ultra blinding. I mean, they're just ridiculous. The chickens in the glowstone light become iridescent. Gets a little insane. And yeah, the clouds. It doesn't know what to do with the clouds. Yeah. Some of our other options, we've got Silder's Vibrant. Let's just go with high for now. Just kind of changes the colors a bit and makes it a little fuzzy. It's kind of like, when did we get to heaven? Oh! Yeah, that's insane. And I mean, look at the tree. It's alive. It's just pulsing. Little crazy. And just for fun, I grabbed Paolo's Lagless shaders, and they're just insane. I'm sorry for your eyes. I am so sorry for your eyes. Let's give you your eyes back. So, out of the ones that I downloaded, this one seems the most reasonable, but it's still got a few issues here and there. So it goes. But let's get back to regular old Minecraft. Ah, so nice. I mean, it just looks how it should. It moves nice and smooth. I like it. Now, it still might have little things here and there, but overall, it's really quite nice. Yeah. So, the real reason I wanted to have this episode today was, well, the previous time I tried to record, I forgot to hit the record button like a noob. I have recorded too many episodes for that sort of thing to go down. Wonder what happens if I zoom like this. I can zoom in on myself. So, yeah. I've recorded way too many videos for that sort of thing to happen. Grr. What makes it worse is I spent a lot of time preparing for that episode. A lot. I collected all sorts of materials. I grabbed all sorts of things. I made myself a bag of holding. I don't know if I showed you that before. I collected gas tiers. I collected magma cubes, magma creams, blaze rods, all sorts of stabilized metal from obsidian. What else did I get? All sorts of crazy, crazy things. All so I could make a metallurgic infuser. I had these from before Osmium, no problem. I made these printed circuit boards on camera. This Galgadorian metal takes these lumps of Galgador, takes emeralds and gold and eyes of Galgador with all these crazy things and those crazy things. Ooh. Interesting. All that I did such that I could record the previous episode. I got squid plant seeds from the squids over in my zombie farm. All of that for the one episode that I didn't hit record for. Also, it went on to show what's next in that quest line. So if we go into the Industrial Revolution, after the infuser, we need to make steel casings. We need to make 4 of them. Steel. Casing. Steel casing from mechanism. Advanced PCB takes 5 PCBs and some basic capacitors, which also take Galgadorian metal and brass and PCBs. So that's 2 PCBs for that, so that's 8 for those, plus 5 is 13! 13 PCBs and quite a bit of Galgadorian metal for the PCB. And the enhanced Galgadorian metal equal in quantity to the infuser I just made, and then the atomic alloy, which is made from a reinforced alloy and obsidian, which is made from this guy and diamond, which is made from this guy and redstone. Oh, wait. So this guy and obsidian, this guy and diamond, iron, and redstone. So that part isn't too bad. That part I can probably do. Except for the enrichment chamber. Oh, wait. I want to know that. So we need a crusher. Or metallurgic infuser. Okay, we can infuse things. Grindstone. We can grind things. Ooh, obsidian crystals. How do we make those? Chemical crystallizer? Clean obsidian slurry? So many things I'm going to need to learn. But one of these is significantly more than this, and I have to make 4 of them. So clearly, I need a better setup for doing this tech stuff. So I'll likely need to keep pushing forward in pneumatic craft. Potentially in mariculture as well. Mariculture and maybe the buildcraft. But pressurization, I'm doing all right. I need to make 2 more printed circuit boards, which we could probably do while I talk. So for that, you just need the iron, the seeds, and the redstone. Super easy. You just crack this thing open. Let's jump out of it. Toss in all the ingredients. And not equip our bow while doing so. Seal it back up. And then toss in probably 3. Well, let's put in 4 charcoal. And eventually... Oh. They've fallen over. Well, that's interesting. And that'll just heat up. It'll add the pressure. Eventually, it'll make the things we need. For assembling our circuit boards, which we got from working in the light box and then chucking it in the acid. So, yeah. Put a lot of effort into getting all the materials for that. Took me a couple weeks behind the scenes to gather up all the materials for just making that one machine, and now I have to make 4. Whew. I don't want to say it's grindy, because we could probably farm it. We can probably make it work just fine. But the way it is now, I have to find a lot of very particular mobs to get the particular things that I need. Once we get Ender IO running, we'll be able to do things easier, but I'm fairly certain the Ender IO stuff isn't any better. Because, like you saw with that regular old basic capacitor, it takes a crazy amount of stuff. And then the double layer takes that crazy stuff compounded. Capacitor bank deprecated. Yeah, so any of these is going to take piles and piles of the Galgadorian metal. What we would very much need is a powered spawner. Oh, we can make... Oh, that's just empty. So electrical steel, Z-logic, vibrant crystals, heads. Machine chassis. Pow! Crazy. Vibrant crystal, probably okay. Electrical steel, also probably okay. The big concern will be this machine chassis, which takes the same amount of insanity as everything else. So what we really need is a way of getting tons of that Galgadorian metal. Okay, so this is still working. You can see the plastic is now plastic. Oh, I also showed the conjuration station and would have told you about a particular... I'm not sure if it's a bug, but something I missed in the last step. The comparator needs to be in subtract mode. If you set it up the way I had it with it not in subtraction mode, it'll work for quite a while. It'll do exactly what it needs to for a while. Ooh, I'm running low on water. For a while. But it'll eventually get to a point where it misses a time where it was supposed to trigger and drop an item. When you put it in subtract mode, it'll put in the rapid fire clock and it'll drop things as it's supposed to. Come on, now you need to finish. So when making that clock, make sure you put it in subtraction mode. That is fairly important. Let's see. So we've got a spider coming to kill us. Come on, you. But Botania has been fairly good to us. So it's entirely possible we will continue using it to do the things we need to do. There's the blaze spawners over there, which are no longer on my minimap because I'm on a different machine. But I'll be able to find them again. Those will very much come in handy. There's a ghast spawner over there too, because I need ghast tears for the metal. Making a ghast farm is always interesting. If you don't have just a plain old grinder, like from MFR, it gets a bit interesting. Because you need to find a way to get them to do exactly what you want, and since they can fly, they very rarely want to cooperate. Let's close this back up before it loses too much. Whoa! Oh, it's a festive creeper. It's always the festive creepers. So, I was trying to just have a nice talk, and now we're gonna have an invasion of zombies. Because of that stupid festive creeper. There he is. Okay, so we go into our bag, grab our Rod of the Lands, Dirty Stick to the rescue, and then we seal this place back up. Oh my. Even with my shiny new machine, every now and then we just get a little bit of something causing a touch of lag. Whew. Okay. So that was a bit more excitement than I was planning on this episode. But those festive creepers always know how to party. Unfortunately, they broke my UV light box, and they broke the chest. Oh man. A lot of bad news happened over here. So they broke the chest, they broke the UV light box, they broke the, whatchamacallit, the compressor. So, yeah. My goodness. Lots of bad news happened over here. They broke all the lights. Get this place lit back up. Okay, everything's lit back up. I got whatever was left from the chest. I'm so glad he didn't blow those up. Oh, let's come over here before anything else tries to kill us and make our PCBs, which I probably put in my bag. Okay, so the PCBs, you just take these and those, and there you go. And we get a couple more. Next up, advanced, which take a significant amount of stuff, which will give us a steel casing. Nice. And then these, we might be able to just make them, but we also have found a few in the dungeon chests that are spread about. So that's pretty good. But we'll need to fix this setup because, well, without a compressor, this thing is worthless. Completely Stay over there. Completely worthless. But that was just a bit of compressed iron and a furnace. And I've got some extra compressed iron laying around. We've got a little bit of stuttering here and there. I'm going to look into what's causing that. It might be some other program running. Might be hard drive access. We'll see. But that's all the time I've got for this episode. I will see you in the next episode of Blast Off with Light.